Peter Strzok, the FBI agent who sent anti-Trump text messages to his mistress while he was a central figure in multiple 2016 election-related investigations, testified before Congress on Thursday. Texas Republican Rep. Louis Gohmert lost his patience, ripping Strzok a new one, and it was all too much for one man in the back of the room to handle. Republicans lit into Peter Strzok on Capitol Hill Thursday, finally getting the chance to confront the discredited FBI agent in charge of the Hillary Clinton email investigation and the Trump-Russia investigation, including a short stint as the top investigator on Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation, before his text messages came to light. Although the stakes could not have been higher and Strzok should have been a neutral party, he had penciled Clinton in for the White House from the very beginning and even sent text messages to his mistress warning that the FBI could stop a Trump presidency. A report from Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz contained shocking text messages between Strzok and his lover, FBI lawyer Lisa Page. In the most damning exchange, Page texted Strzok asking, "Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Number. No, he won't. We'll stop it," Strzok replied ominously. This groundbreaking report led the House Judiciary Committee to demand Strzok appear before Congress to explain the obvious biases which should have led to his recusal. The Thursday hearing turned into a circus as Strzok used a series of strategies to deflect attention away from his crimes, at times yelling, flat out refusing to answer questions, or expecting the Democrats to coddle him through the ordeal, which, for the most part, they did. Strzok sat through the majority of the hearing with a smug smile on his face, further infuriating Republicans like Rep. Louis Gohmert. It was all a bit much for one viewer whose facial expressions during Strzok's back and forth with the Texas Republican are now blowing up social media. One eagle-eyed Twitter user noticed the unidentified man in the background and zoomed in on his face, which captured just how riveting the hearing was. The man first began to lose his composure when Gohmert took aim at the disrespectful smirk Strzok had been sporting for most of the hearing. "I've talked to FBI agents around the country," Gohmert said, according to Washington Examiner. "You've embarrassed them, you've embarrassed yourself, and I can't help but wonder, when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eyes and lie to her about Lisa Page? Did anyone see the guy in the back?" Watch #Strzok hearing pic, Twitter.com/RFJ62ers7, President Abraham Trump, @_I_like turtles, July 12, 2018. Of course, this elicited a cacophony of calls of outrage from the Democrats in the room who apparently do not believe Strzok should have to answer for the fact that he was a married man sleeping with an FBI lawyer, while texting her to say the deep state would stop a Trump presidency, all while conducting what was supposed to have been an unbiased investigation into Trump's political opponent, Hillary Clinton. Yep, nothing to see here, folks. Move along. The House hearing with FBI agent Peter Strzok erupted into a shouting match Thursday afternoon after Texas GOP Rep. Louis Gohmert directly asked Strzok about his affair with former FBI attorney Lisa Page. As Gohmert went through his speaking time at a hearing on Thursday with the agent accused of anti-Trump bias, the Texas Republican sparred with another lawmaker, who called his statements a disgrace. This prompted Gohmert in turn to raise his voice, turn to Strzok and say, "No, the disgrace is what this man has done to our justice system." "There is the disgrace," Gohmert said, "and it won't be recaptured anytime soon because of the damage you've done to the justice system. And I've talked to FBI agents around the country. You've embarrassed them, you've embarrassed yourself. And I can't help but wonder when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa Page?" The last part of comment, referencing the extramarital affair between Strzok and Page, prompted jeers from others on the committee, including one person who could be heard saying, "This is outrageous." "You need your medication," said New Jersey Democratic Rep. Bonnie Watson Coleman. Source, CNN. Unbelievable. If Strzok was a Republican who had shown bias against Hillary Clinton, you can bet the Democrats on that committee would have been bringing up every piece of dirt from his past they could possibly find. But Strzok was only actively conspiring to keep Trump out of the White House. He ought to be named a national hero, According to many of these unhinged liberals, absolute insanity. This is exactly why Trump won, #walk away.